Good morning. Welcome to Bushnell-Prairie City High School as we are here for BPC girls basketball varsity starting things off this morning. As it's Illini Central Greenview and BPC this morning. As a 7-0 Illini Central Greenview getting their starters announced. We'll go through those in a second. Now the starting lineup for BPC. Jersey Jones, number 14. Jules Krebs, number 20. Jules is a freshman. Abby Nelson, number 25. She's a junior. Jersey Jones is a freshman. Number 30. Lexi Thompson is another freshman. Number 34 is Justice Kleindent. She's a freshman. This is the varsity contest today. Starting things backwards with the girls basketball, as it will be all season long is my understanding. They'll start varsity first and play JV afterwards. As you can see, 4 freshmen starting in the varsity lineup for BPC. As they'll face off against the 7-0 Illini Central Greenview Cougars. The starters for the Cougars, Addie Wilcoxon wears number 11. Number 22 is Megan Hughes. Number 23 is Madison Vicious. Madison Hughes, number 25, and Olivia Morrow, number 30. Nelson has it. Tries to come up top to Jones, and it's stolen away. Back the other way it goes. Number 25, Madison Hughes, got away with a foul. Did BPC right there. Oh, the official couldn't get his whistle to blow. That's what the problem was. Like, man, that was a pretty big foul. That explains it. Couldn't get the whistle to blow. I saw him look down at his whistle after the fact. So at the free throw line is going to be number 25, Madison Hughes. Unsure who picked up the foul for BPC. First one was off, no good. She makes the second. So it is 1-0 Cougars early in this one. Nelson's going to work it up the floor as the only upperclassman on the floor for BPCs. Now she backs it in, still on the dribble. Tries to get it out and throws it away. Pass intended for Lexi Thompson. Hughes will bring it up the floor for Illini Central. Right side, 3 on the way by number 30. Olivia Morrow was no good. Jersey Jones brings it up, now gives it off to Nelson, who travels with it. Turnover back to the Cougars. 7:16 to go here in the first quarter. Hughes going to come near side to Vicious. And a travel is going to be called back the other way. That time it was on Addie Wilcoxon. Down low as she's trying to find a way to get the ball across the lane. A little 1-2-1-1 press set up here for the Cougars. Nelson nearly has it stripped away. She gets it across midcourt to Thompson, who then travels with it herself. And back the other way it goes. A host of players on the bench over on the far side for BPC. On the way at 2, no good. That was put up by Megan Hughes, number 22. So number 25 is Madison Hughes. Number 22 is Megan Hughes. Going to come across BPC's has it Jules Krebs. Down to Jones on the baseline. That was a pass. Nice pass from number 24, Aubrey English. Oh, excuse me, it's number 34, Justice Kleindenz. Ball knocked out of bounds. It'll stay with BPC. Couple subs coming in. Sierra Shannon and Presley Brandt. Nelson forcing the issue and has it swiped away. Top of the free throw line, right side. 3 on the way again. In and out, no good. Tipped out of bounds. Well, I thought that would have went off of number 20, Jules Krebs, but they said it was off of Illini Central. The shot there again by Olivia Morrow in the right corner. Now a steal. Runner put up and in by Madison Kasavicius. Vices. I'm not sure how to pronounce that. If somebody's listening and can tell me how to pronounce that, spell it out phonetically, that would be fantastic. And now another turnover. It'll be back to the Cougars. Nelson gets the steal on the inbounds. Hughes is going to beat her down the floor, and then Hughes is going to foul. Madison Hughes picks up her first foul, team's first. Both teams have 1 foul now. Abby Nelson is going to be shooting 2 free throws for BPC. Well, I guess they didn't call a foul. Excuse me. They called a travel first. I didn't see that. Hughes, runner, off no good. Shannon with the rebound. And another turnover for BPC. 3-0's the score. Corner 3 on the way, off no good. On the floor, a couple Spartans go for it. Kleindenz loses it out of bounds. It'll stay back on the Lady Cougars end. 4:43 to go in the first quarter. And a travel, turnover. Going to be taken up the floor by Krebs. Across to Kleindenz, back to Krebs. Baseline jumper is good. Jules Krebs gets the first 2 of the game for BPC, and it's a 3-2 basketball game. And a 3 on the way by Megan Hughes, off no good. It's going to go to BPC. On the tip out of bounds by the Cougars. Yes, there is. Another turnover for BPC. It'll go back the other way. A 3-pointer by Megan Hughes. Scratch that, a 2. According to the scoreboard. Another turnover. Back to the Cougars it goes. Corner 3, in and out, no good. Sierra Shannon and in the game number 12, Macy Willis fighting for the rebound, a jump ball. It'll stay with the Cougars. Elena Snyder with the shot. It's off, no good. Rebound. And now it's going to be back the other way. Krebs had it, knocked away. Thompson gets it back. BPC is going to take a timeout. We'll take one as well. You're watching the Spartans and the Cougars on TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH. We'll be back right after this.
I went through MDH when we were trying to get pregnant. We were struggling the first year, and then when we got pregnant, I stayed at MDH and through labor and now for pediatrics. My experience was nothing short of phenomenal. I was met with amazing staff members who helped me through concerns that I had when she was first born, helping me learn how to be a new mom. It was really reassuring and comforting knowing that I had so much support and kindness around me. My entire pregnancy at MDH was amazing.
And welcome back to Bushnell-Prairie City High School. A morning game here this morning on a Saturday at Bushnell-Prairie City High School as the BPC Spartans are hosting the Illini Central Greenview Cougars. 2:53 to go in the first quarter. It is 5-2. Scoring has been at a premium here in this contest. The Cougars come in with a 7-0 record and a steal as BPC forces another turnover. Bring the ball up the floor is Casavicius. And a 3, that time by Elena Snyder. Sierra Shannon with it, has it swiped away. It'll stay with BPC. Abby Nelson with it for the Spartans. Presley Brandt over to Krebs. Krebs has the only 2 points for the Spartans so far. Nelson going to do a little runner. It's well off the mark. Kleindense with the rebound, out to Krebs for 2. It's off, no good. Rebound fought for again. Kleindense and others are down there. Jump ball, it'll stay with BPC. 2:01 to go here in the first quarter. Krebs with it. Presley Brandt, shots off, no good. Tipped away, picked up by Snyder, and back the other way it goes for the Cougars. Down low. They called Sierra Shannon for a block. I thought they could have called a travel right there. Free throw is going to come again for Madison Hughes. Her second set of free throws. 1:28 remaining. Subs coming in again. Megan Hughes is back in. Hughes missed them both. That one didn't even get rimmed, so it's a dead ball. Possession to BPC. Krebs with it. 1:20 remaining. Presley Brandt can't control it. Saves it before it goes. What a job by Presley Brandt to save that. A 3 on the way by Nelson. Off, no good. And it's going to get out of bounds. Possession to the Cougars. Hughes Might have got a little bit of a slap on the arm from Kleindens right there. Hear that, or Kleindens got a piece of the ball. I couldn't tell which, but either way, the shot was well off the mark. Sierra Shannon with it, comes to Kleindens. Kleindens going to give it off to Krebs. Shots off, no good. Rebound by Quesavistas. Skip back across. 3 on the way by Snyder. Off, no good. They do like the corner 3. Counted, and a foul for the Cougars. That'll make it 10-2. Fouls on number 23, Sierra Shannon. I think that's her second. Megan Hughes got the bucket. I believe, is that 22 or 23? It is 22. And she gets the old-fashioned three-point play. And now the Spartans are going to lose it out of bounds and possession back to the Cougars. Corner to Snyder again. Back out to Quesavistas. 3 on the way by Megan Hughes. Tipped around, right back to her. Corner to Snyder. 2 seconds left. Shots off, no good. Rebound, put back, and no foul call. And that's how quarter number 1 is going to come to an end. The Cougars lead the BPC Spartans 11-2. We'll take another break, and we'll be back on TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH, right after this.
At Western Illinois University, leathernecks don't just blend in. Our purple stands out. Our students are innovative, creative, and resilient. At WIU, there is limitless potential, with campuses in Macomb, the Quad Cities, and online. Visit wiu.edu/potential to become a leatherneck and get an education that stands out.
And welcome back to Bushnell-Prairie City High School. Game being brought to you by JoJo's Gaming Parlor. JoJo's Gaming Parlor offers the best gaming experience in the McDonough County area. Stop in for a cold drink and a chance to take home a nice wad of cash while you're at it. Also on game nights, check out TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH Events, live on the big screens. Come join your friends at JoJo's, located at 776 North Cold Street in Bushnell, and cheer the Spartans on to victory. And Raritan State Bank, Raritan State Bank's Bushnell branch, located at 360 South Green Street in Bushnell, offers full-service banking and loan services for all your banking needs. Come visit the bank, a friendly service, or call them at 309-772-2345. Good luck, Spartans. Raritan State Bank's an equal housing lender and a member FDIC. So we are back underway here. In the second quarter, fouls will reset. And stolen away. Nelson pushes it back the other way for BPC. Comes up top to Presley Brandt. And she has it knocked away out of bounds. She's going to call it off of Brandt. And it'll go to the Cougars. Checking back in for the Cougars, going to be number 25, Madison Hughes. She'll replace Elena Snyder. Snyder has 3 points of the team's 11. And having a little one off of White. Number 12, Macy Willis, giving a little shove over there, and the Spartan fans getting a little worked up about it. The referee is having no part of it, though. Probably because the fans are complaining. If the fans would be quiet, they might have got that call. 3 is good for the Cougars. Number 22, Megan Hughes. And a steal, and then a steal as Hughes threw it right to Presley Brandt. wrong color jersey. Presley Brandt gets triple team, gets it to Sierra Shannon. 6:38 to go. Stolen away. Back the other way with it is Addie Wilcoxon, who's back in the game. Willis with it. Megan Hughes across the lane. Now comes to Megan Hughes. That was from Madison Hughes. Madison Hughes with it. Going to drive. Pull up jumper about 10 feet baseline. Off no good. Rebound to BPC. Kleindent's going to push it up the floor for the Spartans. 6 minutes to go here in the first half. Nelson got slapped in the face right there twice. Kleindent's going to lose the ball. She nearly stepped out of bounds. Out to Wilcoxon it comes. She's going to go to the rack on Nelson. Pulls up, puts the shot up and in. She gets her first two of the game. 5:30 remaining first half. And a travel on BPC. Olivia Morrow checks in for. And Abby Nelson's nearly with a steal. It'll go out of bounds, though. Finally going to get it inbounded. Three on the way. Off, no good for Megan Hughes. Hughes has it swiped away by Jersey Jones, and she'll go back the other way for BPC. Sierra Shannon baseline, tries to get it into Presley Brandt. It's going to be out of bounds off of Morrow of the Cougars. It'll be BPC basketball. 4:47 remaining in the first half. 16-2. Cougars with the lead. And the inbounds pass stolen away. It was tipped by Kasevicius and taken away by Megan Hughes. Now Madison Hughes with it. And a steal by Presley Brandt. She thinks better of pushing it up the floor as she was losing numbers. Jones with it baseline. Puts a little shoulder into the defender. Sierra Shannon gives it to Presley Brandt. Into Kleindentz. Kleindentz puts the shot up hard off the glass. No good. Tipped right to Kasevicius. It'll go back the other way. And Sierra Shannon's going to get her third foul, I believe. Three on the way by Morrow is off, no good. Rebound by Kleindentz for BPC. Foul on Megan Hughes. First of the quarter for the Cougars. And Jersey Jones can't hold on to it. It goes out of bounds. Possession to the Cougars. Megan Hughes for three. And another turnover. Corner three, Morrow off, no good. Megan Hughes with the rebound to put back is good. She's got 8 points in the quarter. And it's 21-2 Cougars. Runner by Krebs off no good. Rebound to Madison Hughes. It's Vicious going to take it back the other way with 2:45 remaining. Right side, Morrow. Back up top. Left side, Megan Hughes tries it off, no good. Wilcox with the rebound. Madison Hughes gets called for the travel as she switched to pivot feet. Krebs gives it to Brandt. Brandt gets called for the double dribble. And a turnover back to the Cougars. Down low, Wilcoxon goes to the rack. The layup is good. Wilcoxon gets her 4th point of the quarter. Game being brought to you by King Family Chiropractic, and timeout charged to the Spartans. It is their 2nd timeout. King Family Chiropractic, with locations in Bushnell and Macomb, supports Bushnell-Prairie City athletics. They offer office hours in Macomb Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, and Bushnell Tuesday, Thursday, and Friday. To set an appointment, call 309-837-MY-DC. They also perform DOT, CDL physicals. And Farmers and Merchant State Bank of Bushnell. For over 100 years, Farmers and Merchant State Bank of Bushnell has been serving the local community's needs for personal and business banking, as well as home and agricultural lending. They also have a great trust department. Stop by the main branch at 484 East Main Street or their drive-up facility on Cole Street to learn more. F&M is a member FDIC and an equal housing lender. And Rosie's Pizza. Rosie's Pizza offers something for everyone with pasta, sandwiches, and, of course, pizza. Dine in or carry out at 458 East Main Street in Bushnell. They also deliver to Good Hope, Adair, and all points in between. For delivery, call 309-772-2101. And M&B Furniture, Bushnell's only furniture store. M&B Furniture is a mainstay in the community and offers free delivery within 40 miles. For everything you need to furnish your new home or replenish an old one, stop and see the fine folks at 481 West Main Street or find them on Facebook, Instagram, or on the web at www.mbfurnitureiNc.com. You can also call 309-772-2111. So after the timeout, just under 2 minutes remaining here in the first half. Nelson has it. Knocked away from Krebs on the pass. Jump ball stays with BPC. Morrow and Nelson get in a tug of war over the football, and Abby Nelson loses that battle. Gets up hobbling a little bit. It'll be Spartan basketball and the jump ball. Kleindentz puts the shot up. It's off, no good. Nelson with the rebound. Or excuse me, that was Brandt with the rebound. And now the shot off by Jones. Jump ball, possession to the Cougars this time. Wilcoxon drives, a little hesitation. They call her for the travel. Long two on the way, off no good. Rebound to number 23, Madison Casavicius. Another turnover, back to BPC. It's 23-2, 1:01 remaining in the first half. 45 seconds remaining. Krebs has it. Pass intended for Kleinent, stolen away. Kasavicius is going to get her first 2 on the left-handed layup. Nope, scratch that. She had 2 in the first quarter, so that's her 4th. 25 seconds remaining. Presley Brandt with it, has it knocked away, gets it back, and then throws it over and back. But the Cougars going to go for it first and going to get the layup off, no good. Good hustle, though. Jones, now her pass is going to be stripped away. 12, man, a big collision. Krebs, I think. Brandt or Krebs, I couldn't see. It was right in front of my computer. Came together in a big way. It was Krebs. Shots off, no good. Actually, that was a pass. It goes out of bounds with 1.1 second remaining. It'll be BPC basketball. Nelson lofts up a long half-court 3, and it's good. Abby Nelson hits the 3 at the buzzer, and that's how we end the half, 25-5. You're watching the Spartans as Devin Raleigh. Shelter Insurance brings Spartan Sports to TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH. We'll take a break, play an interview from MDH for your halftime entertainment. We'll be back in about 8 minutes.
I would have to say that is the most rewarding part of what I do, making a difference in people's lives, taking care of the women from puberty on through postmenopausal stages and seeing them go through the phases and stages of life.
As you know, MDH is our title sponsor here on TSSR Game Time Live, and we're here with Lindsay Douglas, the Director of Physician and Provider Recruitment. I about left out provider out of that. So physician and provider recruitment here at MDH. It's a huge mouthful for me, so explain to us what that is.
Sure. So I am in charge of bringing in candidates for both physician and provider positions here at MDH. So provider meaning anything like nurse practitioner, advanced practice nurse practitioner, physician assistant, things like that. So I source those candidates, bring them in, and try to find the best providers and physicians to provide care at our facility.
So you found a home at MDH. Tell us a little bit about yourself. Where are you from? How long have you been here? Stuff like that.
So I am from Macomb originally. I graduated from Macomb High in 2009, graduated from WIU in 2014, studied communication there, and started my career in politics and worked for a couple different state representatives and state senators. Then found myself in the educational realm for a little while at the Regional Office of Education, and eventually found myself here at MDH. I started here in February of this past year. I started out as patient advocate, and this role opened up, and I'm now in the role of Director of Physician and Provider Recruitment.
Obviously, McDonough District Hospital, very important to Macomb.
Sure.
And it's the communities not only of Macomb, but Bushnell, Colchester, Blandonsville, Industry. You're from here. So what was it that drew you back here and got you to stay here at MDH?
So MDH is like home to me. I am a 4th generation MDH employee. So my great grandma Nancy Weaver was one of the first nurses that they hired when the hospital opened in 1958. My grandma started working here maybe 10 to 15 years after that. She started as a CNA on acute care, and then she worked in peds, and eventually she worked as the unit secretary for home health and hospice, and she retired from that position after being at MDH for a total of 50 years.
That's a long time.
Yeah. My mom is here as an administrative secretary. She's Brian's administrative assistant. And so I'm now here as a 4th generation employee of the hospital. So it was kind of a thing where I always thought I might end up at MDH just because of that family legacy of working in healthcare.
So before we came on camera, I heard a story. You guys were at a speaker recently, and you got to be there with your mom.
Yeah.
Does that make it really special to be a part of MDH, to still have your mom working here?
It's so cool. My mom is down the hall from me, so if I need something in the middle of the day, I can run down the hall and grab her. But it's also just cool to think about like the legacy that leaves in the community, especially being fourth generation and female. I think that's just a really special thing for my family and for this community here.
So as we look at those kind of, you have a personal connection here. How do you use those personal connections when you're out trying to recruit a physician or a provider?
Sure. So I use the story a lot of my office, actually. So I'm in room 318, which was a room for patients at one time, and now they've converted it into an office space. And one of my favorite stories to tell physicians is that my great grandma was sick in the hospital and was in that room, and that's where my grandma was recruited to join MDH. So my grandma had no plans of working in healthcare, but she was taking care of her mom as a sick patient, and the nurse at the time came to her and was like, "You are such a great caretaker. Why are you not a nurse? Why are you not doing this as your full-time occupation?" And so my grandma decided that healthcare would be her lifetime and like 50 years. And so she started working for MDH and was recruited right out of my office. So I just find that to be a really special connection when I'm looking to bring people to this community. Like, the recruitment started in this office 50 years ago, and here I am starting a whole new legacy of recruiting people. And I just am so passionate about this community, and I just love living here. I moved back here from Quincy, chose to raise our family here just because we really love Macomb, and we really love being in McDonough County.
So obviously the personal touch, you got the great personal story. You love Macomb. What does MDH offer to the providers and the physicians? What's the sales point for you on the professional level?
So because we're a small rural healthcare organization, your voice is heard here much louder than when you're in a large organization. So when you're in one of those larger hospital systems, you might be one of 15 to 20 providers in a specialty. At MDH, you might be one of two, you might be one of one. And so your voice in that medical staff office is going to be the loudest one in the room about your specialty. And that's a really unique situation for a physician to be, the main voice for speaking for pediatrics or for speaking for orthopedics or whatever that specialty is. You're it. You're the guy. You're the one providing the care for the whole community. And you don't get that if you go to a large healthcare organization.
So those bonuses are probably obstacles in some cases as well.
Sure.
So how do you overcome those obstacles?
It really depends on the provider. If someone is really wanting to be in a place where they're just in the background, they don't want to be that main voice, I kind of have to tell them, this is unique. It's a unique community where you're going to go out into Walmart to get your groceries and run into one of your patients, and you're not going to find that everywhere. And that might be scary for you, thinking about, well, I don't want to mess somebody's care up and then run into them and have to explain it to all of Walmart. But it's just, you can also sell that as you're not going to go to Chicago and work somewhere where you're going to run into your patients every day.
Well, Lindsay, I appreciate you coming and talking to us today. Hopefully some people can understand more about MDH and how it's such a family-oriented business and so important to McDonough County and the surrounding area. Keep doing a good job, and maybe your little girl that wanted that 100 chicken nuggets can be the next generation to join MDH.
Exactly.
Well, we'll be back after halftime here on TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH.
My experience with McDonough District Hospital was amazing. I have a lot of allergies, complicated by nasal problems. And the procedure I had is Vive Air. Dr. Sparks was incredible.
The Vive Air procedure is a radiofrequency ablation procedure. She no longer has to do any medications to breathe, so she gets much more restful night's sleep. in a short little office procedure and have somebody that feels like it's totally changed their life means the world.
It's a permanent improvement on the quality of your life.
At Western Illinois University, leathernecks don't just blend in. Our purple stands out. Our students are innovative, creative, and resilient. At WIU, there is limitless potential, with campuses in Macomb, the Quad Cities, and online. Visit wiu.edu/potential to become a leatherneck and get an education that stands out.
MTC Communications is building a high-speed fiber network in our community, and we're putting priority on the areas with the greatest interest. That means we need your input to let us know you want us to build fiber in your area first. Experience the speed and convenience of fiber internet by visiting our special website and registering. Let us know you want fiber internet today, and make your voice heard.
Works better if you turn the microphone up. Shush. Now I had it. Shush, I think is how you say that. I was saying it completely wrong, and now I had it wrote. Didn't write it down. I looked at it about 5 times after talking to Mr. Butcher on the far side. Casa. How do you say her last name? Kasavicius? Kasavicius. That's why I was missing the Av. Kasavicius. That's it. Kasavicius. I knew I was missing something in there. It was too many syllables for me to remember from over there to over here. That was the real problem. Kasavicius is Madison Kasavicius is the name. She's got 4 points. Megan Hughes, unofficial leader with 11 points. Madison Hughes has 3 unofficially. 2 for 5 from the free throw line. 3 points for Elena Snyder. 4 points for Addie Wilcox. Kasavicius has 4. And we're underway here in the third quarter, and a jump ball results in another turnover. So to go back the other way, Presley Brandt and Sierra Shannon start this half, along with Abby Nelson, Krebs, and Kleindenz for BPC. 3 on the way, left side, off no good. Presley Brandt with the rebound. That was Megan Hughes with the shot. Morrow, Madison Hughes, Wilcoxon, and Kasavicius. Kasavicius is on the floor, and another jump ball, this time back to BPC. Presley Brandt gave that one a whale back to the official. Now coming in is Wilcoxon to try to steal it away. Double team. Brandt didn't get it. Sierra Shannon did. She goes to Kleindenz. Kleindenz pulls up, blocked from behind by Morrow. And it's going to be saved in, I think. I'm not real sure. It's trapped in the corner. And a timeout charged to Illini Central. It'll be their first timeout of the game. They'll have 4 remaining. It'll be a 30-second timeout. This game being brought to you by Heil Enterprises and Heil Trucking. They can take your product down the road near and far, and also offer top-notch heavy-duty truck and trailer repair. The second-generation business continues to grow and continues to support BPC athletics. Stop by and see Danny, Travis, or John on Route 41 south of Prairie City, or call them at 309-775-3333. And McDonough District Hospital. McDonough District Hospital Athletic Trainers and Rehabilitation Center, with locations in Bushnell and Macomb, provide expert help to Spartan student athletes in the prevention, care, and rehabilitation of all athletic injuries. Learn more at mdh.org. McDonough District Hospital, more than hospital care, a hospital caring. Kasavicius. Now I'm saying it wrong again. I've got it all messed up. Cost of shush. When you say something wrong and it's that long of a name, it takes forever to get it right. So I apologize, folks. We're at 6:47 remaining. And the third quarter, 25-5, and that 3 of that 5 came on the last second half-court shot by Abby Nelson. Wilcoxon with the steal. Madison Hughes goes to the rack. Her shot's blocked out of bounds. It'll stay with the Cougars. Presley Brandt knocks it off of Morrow out of bounds. It'll go to BPC. 6:29 remaining. Krebs might have got away with the travel right there. It's stolen away anyway by Morrow. Madison Hughes gives it off to Kasev of Shish. Shots off, no good. Madison Hughes with the rebound and a putback. And another turnover. Wilcoxon on the pass from Madison Hughes. No, it was not from Madison Hughes. It was from Kasevicius. Nelson's going to try and throw it in, and she's going to be fouled on the drive. It'll be the first foul on the Cougars of the second half. Out of bounds to BPC. Inbound Brandt, she lost one up, off no good. Madison Hughes pushes it up the way, knocked away from behind by Jersey Jones, and goes back the other way. And now Sierra Shannon throws it at the head of Abby Nelson, who instead of trying to catch it, ducked out of the way and it went out of bounds. 5:07 to go. Left side, Megan Hughes. Madison Hughes with it. Off no good. Rebound to Kleindens for BPC. And tipped out of bounds by the Cougars. Nelson goes to Jones, who goes to Shannon, and she's tied up. Jump ball. Cougars will get, nope, it's going to stay with BPC after the third jump ball of the quarter. Jones to inbounds. No, it's not Jones, excuse me. That's Krebs down there. I think. No, it was Jones. I was right the first time. Now Megan Hughes with the rebound steal. She missed it, but Wilcoxon's there for the putback. 29-5. And another foul. going to be on Macy Willis in for Illini Central. Jones trying to inbound, tipped, stolen away by Megan Hughes. Kostev Shish is with the basketball, and then she throws that one away. Out of bounds. That one got away from her a little bit. Grant gives it to Shannon, who tried to get it to Jones. It's knocked out of bounds. It'll stay with the Spartans. Nelson going to drive, loses the ball. Kleinitz is there to pick it up, gets it out to Shannon. Down the corner, Jones. She'll put the shot up. It's long. Tipped around, picked up by Nelson. Shannon, right side, Jones again. To Brandt, back to Shannon. Shannon looks at the three, doesn't take it. Jones down to Nelson. Shot off, no good. Madison Hughes with the rebound, and a foul is going to be called on BPC. Fouls on Abby Nelson. Three minutes remaining in the third quarter. It's 29-5. It's just 4 points been scored so far, all by the Cougars here in this quarter. And another foul called on BPC. I believe that was on Sierra Shannon. Kosevasish. Now it's going to be Megan Hughes. Rebound, Willis. Her shot was off. Hughes baseline off. Big contact. Madison Hughes with a rebound miss. Rebound and a miss. Now a three on the way from Kosevasish. Now Kleinen's going to run all the way back the other way. She misses. And it's going to be taken back the other way now. 2:05 remaining in the third quarter. A little chaotic there for a stretch. Three on the way by Megan Hughes, off no good. Madison Hughes got knocked down. Now they're flopping all over the place, reaching, grabbing, pushing, kicking, throwing, hitting, off no good. And they're pretty much just letting them play at this point. There's a turnover following a travel. Now they run over each other. And after all that, Madison Hughes gets the bucket.
Madison Hughes for two.
And Jersey Jones is down. And timeout on the floor. As MDH staff coming out to check on Jersey. Was moving her arm, I believe. Not sure. She got ran over by her own player, unfortunately. It's 31-5. As Madison Hughes got that bucket. It was a smidge chaotic there, folks. And the referee coming down to talk to the 6 students in the student section. Jones is still down. We'll take a quick break. We'll be back on TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH, right after this.
Well, I've always had an interest in the medical field, and then growing up, I actually went through physical therapy myself for an injury, and that got me back to playing my sports and the activities that I loved. So seeing that firsthand, I got to see how much physical therapy could really benefit others.
And we're back. As you can see, Jersey walking off the floor. She hit her head. I thought she was hurting, maybe hurt her shoulder when she initially went down, but looks like she may have either knocked heads with whoever she ran into or hit her head when she hit the floor, one or the other. But 1:35 remaining in the third quarter. It's 31-5. BPC didn't score in the second quarter until the buzzer when Abby Nelson hit a three-pointer at the buzzer. They have yet to score here in quarter number 3 as well. 1:35 remaining. Jules Krepsel inbound to Abby Nelson. Madison Hughes takes a seat, so it's Wilcoxon. Kosevicius on the floor. Morrow, Wilcoxon, Willis with a steal. And she's going to go back the other way. Stops, puts the shot up. It's off, no good. Gets her own rebound, knocked away. Stolen away by Kleindenz. She'll push it back the other way for BPC. Nearly loses the dribble, picks it up, has it knocked away, but Nelson's there to pick it up. 1:05 remaining here in the third quarter, first half of the second half. Nelson with it. 3-2 or 2-1-2. I think it's a 3-2 though. Sierra Shannon with it. Brandt loses it out of bounds. Probably 2 or 3 of Bushnell's best players on the bench over there. Kramer and McGrew and English all over on the bench. They're all upperclassmen. All injured in one capacity or another. Off, no good was the shot. 22 seconds remaining. Nelson again. Might have got away with the travel right there. They didn't call it, though. 15 seconds remaining. Krebs with it. 5 seconds remaining. Brandt, bank shot, nearly went in. It does not. And that's how the quarter's going to end. We head to the fourth quarter, 31-5. Just 6 points for the Cougars, 0 points for the Spartans. They've had 2, 3, and 0 have BPC. This game today being brought to you here on TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH, by Midwest Ice. Do you need ice for an upcoming event? Look no further. Midwest Ice has you covered. Midwest Ice is Central Illinois' newest ice delivery service. We deliver ice directly to your event. Call Blaine Wrench at 309-351-8192 for a quote today. And Sports Corner at 124, Macomb's original local sports bar. Sports Corner at 124. With a focus on local sports, catch WAU games and all the area TSSR Game Time Live broadcasts at Sports Corner 124. All while enjoying your favorite cold drink and some of the best food in West Central Illinois. Don't forget their $1 wings on Wednesday. The always popular Ugly Steak specials on Thursdays. Of course, we'll have the Macomb Western Holiday Tournament reveal show on December 17th, live from Sports Corner. Actually, be the Park Place next door, but it'll be Sports Corner nonetheless. And then we'll have all the Macomb Western Holiday Tournament games here on TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH. Should be a lot of fun. A lot of stuff coming your way as we work into the fourth quarter here. Ball stripped away by Kleindenz onto the baseline and out of bounds to BPC. No free throw shot for either team in the third quarter. Presley Brandt on the give and go. Couldn't get the pass, and Wilcoxon stole it away. Near side, it comes to Snyder. Now down to Willis. Shot was no good. Rebound to Kleindense. Kleindense has been the bright spot of this game pretty much. She hasn't scored for BPC, but she has been at the boards and is handling the ball very well as well. And now a pass by Brandt, stolen away. Snyder, three, right wing, in and out, no good. Rebound to Jules Krebs. Now it's going to be tipped away, finally picked up on the far side by Willis. Kosevicic. Wilcoxon now. And it's a jump ball, possession to BPC. Subs coming in will be the two Hugheses, Megan and Madison, 22 and 25 respectively. Nelson walks it up with 6:23 remaining in the basketball game. Now a timeout on the floor charge to BPC, a 32nd timeout. We'll take one as well. We'll be back on TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH, right after this.
I grew up in a small town in Missouri, and I like the feel of community. I like knowing the people that I take care of and knowing the people around me, providing care for someone that you know is in this community and helping them to get better.
And welcome back to Bushnell-Prairie City High School. This game being brought to you in part by Pond Plus. Pond Plus is proud to have served Macomb and the surrounding area for over 20 years, providing cash for items of value. Pond Plus is the area's largest seller of used items, including firearms. They also provide on-site jewelry repair and are open 9 to 5 Monday through Saturday. They have a great selection of jewelry, electronics, tools, and video games. Located at 324 West Jackson Street in Macomb between Erico and Taco Bell. So Abby Nelson, as they extend the, really looks like a 1-2-2 half-court trap, or a 1-2-1-1 half-court trap. Down it goes to Wilcoxon as she gets called for travel by the trailing official. And I think the front official was going to let it go, but the trailing official went ahead and called it. With 6:08 remaining, BPC has the ball back. Neither team has scored here in the fourth quarter. Now a foul's going to be called on Elena Snyder. Jules Krebs going to inbound for BPC. BPC will be part of the Great Western Girls Shootout next Saturday at A-Town. Now the foul's going to be called on Addie Wilcoxon. Couple fouls for the Cougars here in the fourth quarter. And to Sierra Shannon. She got to look to shoot that ball, Sierra. Wilcoxon comes up with it. Give it to Madison Hughes, I do believe it is. Down to Wilcoxon, and the shot's up and in. Addie Wilcoxon now has 8 points on the night, today, the afternoon, the morning, whatever. It is now afternoon, I guess. Presley Brandt with it. She goes to Krebs, back to Brandt, who can't catch it again, and Snyder comes up with it. Madison Hughes pushes it up. She's going to go down to Wilcoxon again. Out to Megan Hughes off the back iron, no good. A rebound to Sierra Shannon. Presley Brandt. Down to Shannon. Shannon to Krebs. Shannon shots off, no good. 4:40 remaining here in the basketball game. Snyder, Hughes of the Megan variety. 10-foot jumper, in and out, no good. Tipped around, finally falls in the hands of Willis. It's going to be over and back. As Hughes let as much time run off the clock as she absolutely could before she touched it. You got to love that. Got to appreciate that. Willis comes out. Morrow comes back in. Snyder goes out. Kasevicius. And, hey, that's a great soccer play right there. Dead stop the ball, but that's illegal in basketball, unfortunately. Look good from here, though. 4:15 remaining. And now a steal by Madison Hughes. The left-handed layup is good. She unofficially has 9 points now. Now a jump ball. Addie Wilcoxon throws Nelson to the ground as Nelson just kind of got drugged with the basketball. It'll be possession to the Cougars. Kasevicius gives it to Megan Hughes, and Wilcoxon's going to pick up another foul. Third foul on the Cougars of the fourth quarter. Now another jump ball is going to be coming. And another timeout is going to be called by BPC. Full timeout. They have one timeout remaining. We'll take a break as well. And we'll be back on TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH, right after this.
Minimally invasive surgery offers a variety of benefits to the patient. We are now able to offer patients a variety of operations with small incisions rather than big open incisions. The surgeries that we can do now, minimally invasive, include bariatrics, hernia repair, colorectal surgeries, faster recovery, smaller incisions, faster time back to work.
I would have to say that is the most rewarding part of what I do, making a difference in people's lives, taking care of the women from puberty on through postmenopausal stages and seeing them go through the phases and stages of life.
Welcome back to Bushnell-Prairie City High School. Fourth quarter, 3:13 remaining. BPC and Illini Central, it will be a varsity game or a fresh soft game to follow this. JV game as Krebs inbounded. Nelson to Brandt. Foul on Megan Hughes. And BPC will be shooting free throws the rest of the way. BPC has one timeout remaining. Sierra Shannon and Presley Brandt ran face-to-face as Kasevicius ducked out of the way. There's Morrow for three. Corner off, no good. Goes off Nelson out of bounds. It'll stay with the Cougars with 2:29 remaining in the fourth quarter. Around the horn it goes. Three short. Wilcoxon with the rebound. Put back is good. Wilcoxon has 10 points on the game. 2:07 remaining. BPC has not scored in the second half yet. Here's Kleindan's going to get the first bucket. She will not, but there will be a foul called. She'll get a couple chances at the free throw line. Fouls on number 25, Madison Hughes. 2 free throws coming for number 34, Justice Kleindan, trying to get the team's first points of the second half. With 1:40, the clock is running as mercy rule in effect. First free throw, banks it in, good. Second one hard off the glass, no good. Three on the way, off no good. Rebound tipped around, picked up by Kleindenst. Brandt for three, it's off no good. Nelson with the rebound. Sierra Shannon for three. Tipped around. Get out to Shannon. Tried to tip it across. Now Brandt's going to pick up the foul. 35 seconds remaining. Kasevicius. 10 seconds remaining. It's going to come to Madison Hughes trying to run the clock out here, and Brandt's going to come up and pick up another foul. And that'll run the clock out. That's the final, 37-6 here at BPC High School. We'll take a quick break and come back with some stats here in just a couple seconds. You've been watching Devin Raleigh Shelter Insurance coverage of BPC Sports on TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH.
It was the community that really drew me back to Macomb. I'm from a small community, and I'm from a farm family, and ultimately I always wanted to practice in a place like that, and I felt that I had the ability to connect to people who with a similar background from me, and the fact that the staff members at the hospital and the support, all the support staff at the hospital was also focused with the goal of patient care. It felt like it just all came hammered at home for me.
At Western Illinois University, Leathernecks don't just blend in. Our purple stands out. Our students are innovative, creative, and resilient. At WIU, there is limitless potential, with campuses in Macomb, the Quad Cities, and online. Visit wiu.edu/potential to become a Leatherneck and get an education that stands out.
Welcome back to Bushnell-Prairie City High School. We'll go through some stats real quick. 3 points for Elena Snyder for Illini Central. They got the win 37-16. 37-6, excuse me. Elena Snyder, 3 points. Addie Wilcoxon, 10 points. Megan Hughes, unofficially 11 points. Madison Kasevicius had 4 points, 9 points for Madison Hughes. Megan Hughes was 1 of 1 from the free throw line. Madison Hughes 1 of 4. They finished 2 of 5 from the charity stripe. And BPC 2 points for Jules Krebs. Three points for I put it on the wrong player. It was Abby Nelson got the 3 points at the buzzer and quarter number 2. And then 1 point in the fourth quarter for Justice Kleindenst on 1 of 2 free throw shooting. That's how the first game ends. We'll have the JV contest coming up in about 8 minutes. We'll take a break. Join us on the next stream if you want to watch the JV contest. You've been watching Devin Raleigh Shelter Insurance coverage of BPC Sports on TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH.